Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Good.
That was pretty good.
Game over. Okay, we have an absolutely fantastic session coming up for you today. All great fittings start in these places. That is the workshop. I'm here at KBSX in Carlsbad, California. You can experience this yourself. So what's happening today? Well, my victim is going to be Q Mondo behind the screen. He is going to be out here hitting golf balls for us. I mean, that's long. Why we pick Q? Because we have this brand new golf shaft, the PGW, to check. Player's graphite wood from KBS. He's a good test candidate for this because he loves my old TD in the Mini Driver. I want to get him into a big boy driver. I've got a core, I've got an LS right here. I've got this PGW, which is designed for anyone club speed between 80 to around 108. That's a little bit precise for me. I think if you've got 110, we can put you in this puppy. But that's your region for speed. This is going to be your mid to high launching product. So Q, this comes into his remit. Right now we're going to get the tipping done for this. I've even got a cheeky prototype graphics on there, but this is what it's going to look like. If you launch your woods low, this could be for you. Higher modulus. It means KBS have gone all in, put some better materials into this that's going to help benefit your game. So let's not fanny around. Let's get the saws going. Let's get the workshop ripping. Let's get Q loosened up. Test this bad boy. Get him producing. All right, so we're going to tip these puppies up, mate. I mean, look at that prototype. It's nice. We've got to give the prototype a shout out. Almost a bit more matte on the white. But this is going to be what you're going to be getting if you get one of these. I've got a 70 and a 60 S Flex. I'm going to tip the S up a little bit more. Those of you that's watched Q's journey, he's been a little shy to get into accepting weight and accepting a stronger golf shaft. With this PGW and the speed he delivers at, and the fact that I know he's on a bit of a health freak fitness regime right now, I'm going to want him to get into the X in the 60. I'm going to tip that an inch. I'm going to tip the S an inch and a half, so it plays kind of like S and a bit. And then the 70, I'm going to tip 1 inch too. I don't think we'll go into 70, but we're going to test out and see where that goes. We've got a QI35 core. This one has been hit a couple of times. I didn't hit it hard enough to make any impact on the face. That's an LS. These have both come from the Tour Department Q. They both look pretty good. I am now looking at, I've got, you hit a bit of a fade, right, already? No, what happened there then? What are you shaking your head at? Last time I played, you had this nasty fade that started down the left. Has something happened between this week and last week? You're freaking shaking your head at us. What happened to the fade?
The fade is the miss, actually.
The fade is the miss, so don't go too flat. That's what that means. Why I'm asking these questions, Q. Keep up. All right. So in that case, I've got two 1.5 sleeves. Frankie boy, you got any 1.5 degree sleeves, mate? Everyone, this is Frank. He has the mask on just for the graphite. He's going to be doing the cutting, so we're in California. We're very sensitive to these things. KBS takes care of that. But Frank will help you out with any of your requirements should you happen to visit KBSX, baby. All right, so we're going to go 1.5 degree and a 1 degree. This 1.5 inch tip on that in setting in standard, please. That was the 60S. I don't think you're going to be in that. And then we're going to go 1 inch tip on these two badgers. I mean, how good do these look? Inch on these two, Frank.
Inch on those two.
Yeah. A quick video is a good video. So while Frankie boy's over there getting himself organised with the tip cutting, let's lay some of this Quick Center Golf Works shaft beads down onto a couple of these blocks. We've used DP810 to get these things drying. The longer you mix it for, it's a little Kiyamar trick actually that I found out. Kiyamar makes all the potters over at TaylorMade. The longer you mix this for, the quicker it'll dry. Frank's got hands moving over there that are the quickest I've ever seen. So there's one key component. What do I always say in these workshops? A clean workshop is a good workshop. Remember that. That's what I want. Look at that. This could be the quickest fit ever as long as you hit the middle, Q.
Yeah.
So just take a look at these. This is a 9 degree 60 lie angle. That's why I was taking my time on the sleeves. I've got a 2 degree sleeve here. Worst case scenario, I'll come back to that later. I don't think I'll need to because I have played golf a little bit with Q. He thinks he doesn't hit a cut. here to cut. 8.7 loft on a 9-degree core model. This one, remember from our Nelly Corda videos that we got out there when we took the first look at this, I know you've all watched it, is going to spin a little bit more, okay? I've got a ton of weights there as well that I can use if needed. And then for this head, you might be looking at that going, Trotty, what you're talking about, you don't know what you're on about. Well, I do actually. 56.5 on lie angle, so it's very flat, 9-degree, measuring 9-degree. Pre-measured it. We only do the tippy top of the tree here. 198 in the weight. Told you weights already. I can change them. That's going to be dependent on shaft length. Haven't decided yet where I'm going with shaft length, which is why we've only tipped these and we'll butt cut them in a minute. This is a different ruler to the tour truck than I use. No problem. But this is how you get around it, okay? Obviously you can see USGA measuring center of the blade. I brought my driver into here just to know that I'm measuring apples for apples. On the butt end, it comes out 45 1/8. This tall velvet 58 has an 8 cap on it. I am not going to measure to the end of my Sky Caddy Super Tag, okay? 45 1/8 is the top of the tall velvet grip. Now, this is the cheat stick that Q loves, 13.5. I'm going to actually just take a look at the loft sleeve so I know what I'm dealing with. You don't fancy cleaning the face of this, no?
I used it last night.
Oh, okay. Oh, I used it last night. Yeah. 2-degree sleeve on there. So that'll be a bit flatter in the lie angle. So again, I like what we've done with the 1.5. Tighten that puppy up. In here, center of the blade. So this is coming out at 44, end of grip. Maybe that's why he likes it. I do know that my driver is a little bit shorter than tour standard. So I might, let's see where this one comes out at. Good candidate, by the way, for this golf shaft. If he's in this Ventus, good candidate. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to change your life straight away. You're going to end up with drivers that are going to be the same length as mine. Because if you like this, all right, everything, by the way, is in the build. It really is. Take your time during the build. This is coming out at 45 7/8. So that's going to be 45 3/4. He's having a ton of success with his Mini. He likes this softer golf shaft. We're going to make you an absolute weapon that comes out at 45 1/8. So Frankie boy, can we put that on the order? 45 1/8. End of grip. So you do whatever you got to do, cut. And he uses a, well, look at this, it's amateur hour here in the, does he use, and we'll maybe put that on there, a Golf Pride MCC Plus 4 midsize, or does he use the KBS REL Lampkin Standard? You tell me. We're guessing, aren't we? Clearly, I know he likes this, so we're going with the Plus 4. He's nodding his head, but he nodded his head when he said he didn't hit a cut either, so who knows where we're at. 45 1/8 order coming up. Next thing that's crucial in all this, do you want to rip this off if you're going to, this is going to be your drive? Actually, I already took it off, sorry mate. I mean, that's just sacrilege, you shouldn't be doing that. All right, we have a selection of weights. I've got a weight port at the back, there's a 13 in there with a 9. Sorry, eyes are going, with a 3. That bad boy is coming out, digital scales, very light, not been swing weighted yet. Why is it light? Because it's a bit shorter, remember that. I'm going to take mine first, get ourselves in the game. That's the 60X. I do like where that's at. Back to back, we'll see how Frankos did. Extremely well. We're dealing with the best of the best. Always measure your drivers back to back. I can't stand people, Q, that do this. The length's off. No, it's not. The length is perfect. That's how you measure it. Great job, Frankie boy. This is all cool. Don't mind it, but you don't want to catch the head. You can get people swing weighting amateur hour and there's something underneath the head end. It's going to kill you. Remember, I've got the Sky Caddy Super Tag on there. It's only half a swing weight. This is D3.5. This machine now for me is calibrated. That's how I roll. I bring my gamer to wherever I'm going. Oh, that's C7, so we've got to take the weight up. Each swing weight's about 2 grams, so I've got loads of room in there. Let's just keep going though and see what our swing weight is for this one. This is the 60S. This is coming out at D.5. So we'll work away on this first, which I don't think is going to be the one for Q. And I'm going to add weight into the back. Just over here, Q, we've got some weights. I'll grab them, make this easier for us. Remember, it was about D.5, and we've got 3 swing weights, so that's another 6 grams. I've got a 3 in there. Take that out. 3 in there. Probably want to go 8. 8's good. Maybe go a hair heavier than an 8. I quite like a heavier swing weight for you in this head. Why, Trotty? Why do you want a heavier swing weight? I want launch. I want the thing to get in the air. We might move the loft up in this a little bit. Remember, we said it was on 9 in standard, so it's a 9-degree head. I'm gonna just move him a little bit more towards the 10. Generator's on. 1-degree sleeve, so I've moved that already a little bit higher. I can reset the graphics and the grip later. Like I said, don't even think he'll go into this head. How good did I do? D6, that's too heavy. So let's go down, let's have another look for the 9. Okay, so I'll pop this in here at the back, check this, then we'll be into the other one. While I'm doing this, let's swing weight that mini driver. So we'll go and calibrate it off mine. He's put a mid-size with 1,000,000 tapes on this now, which he knows he shouldn't do that after it's built, but he has, he's got away with it. Just under D3, so you're okay there, mate. Just about. I mean, I'm trying with you, and you're still doing this shit to me. Okay, so that's just under D3. Mine's just over D3. This guy now is D3.8. That's fine. If you can find 0.3 in there, then you're a better man than me. We will be going to the Kingdom at the end of this, so stay tuned until the end, because we want to see some fly outside. I like indoor fitting for driver. I don't mind it. I like looking at the numbers. We're going to go through that process. I'm actually going to go to the Kingdom just to hit a few, because we can, and it's cool, and we want to. So what we're going to do, I'm going to leave that there, knowing that that's D4.5. I only want those 2. I'm going to have him hit this because he likes it. Let's go hit some shots. So you've hit a few looseners. Build spec is bang on. We've got that where it needs to be. This is the gamer. We don't need all day. I know his game. In a normal fitting, I'd ask a lot more questions. I see a little loosey to the right sometimes. He's been hitting us a few draws here today. We've got a couple of launch monitors down here. Okay, so the main thing we're going to be looking at though is, so 2400 there on the full swing, on the spin 2347. So you've got a difference between full swing of TrackMan of about 80 revolutions on the spin. Remember, we spoke about PGW fitting into players 101 on the club speed there. It falls into that realm. Now, if you're an 80-mile-an-hour player, obviously you're not going to be using X-Flex that we have right here. Keep ripping them for me, Q.
Okay.
That was a pretty good one. Ball speed 150. We can get more out of a bigger head. Carry 250. Total 277. Lovely strike there, mate. Little. He doesn't hit a cut, remember? He doesn't hit a cut. He doesn't hit a cut. No, it cuts. All right, mates, well, we've seen enough. The little cutty driver came off to the right, and that's what you're going to get with the Mini. A loss of ball speed, which then gives you a loss of yardage, as we can see down here, and a higher apex, which comes out. Now, again, I want to cover a few different things here. 107 height on that, and the full swing, 115. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, we won't need to add to that, do we? You were using a T-peg that was quite low for the Mini. Reason is because you want to get the strike in there, no problem. Straight out the gate now, I mean, that might be a little high for you.
That looks high.
Yeah, so we can work on that. Okay. Remember why we went through the swing weight, 2 different drivers. This one, if you put them, slide that one in just in front of it for me. CG further back, higher launch. Keep the shaft angles the same when you look at them. There you go. CG further back, higher launch. Gotcha. Remember, I've got a really heavy weight at the back of that core, and I've turned the loft up a little bit for you. Okay. I think that's going to help you out. I think that's partly why you like it, and then the shorter golf shaft. Now you're into like secret length, which is Trotty's length on the driver shaft.
I like it.
So only ballers go into that length, mate. So,
which one do you want me to hit first?
I think...
LS?
No. I want you to hit the one that I think is going to work first.
The core?
Yeah. Let's start on the... You might not like the look of that as much as this.
I like the look of that one, yeah.
This is the girl that you go out for dinner with and you have a bit of fun with. That's going to be the long term.
This is the safe one?
This is the long term. I didn't say it was safe. I just said this is the long term. And I put my #1 choice of PGW in that, which is 60X. Okay. 1-inch tip, okay? Okay. This has got a slightly softer option if we need it.
That looks so big. Jeez. First...
Speed, right?
That was way less.
Okay, but speed's gone up.
First driver swing in like 4 months.
Mate, I hate to do this to you, but we're not living down there on that level tee. It's not a Mini anymore. Okay?
Okay, that's high.
That was pretty good. Didn't quite get it, low in the blade?
No, yeah, definitely didn't get it.
But your miss hits are going to be a bit more juice here, you know?
Yeah. Toe.
Toe, but
It's a good toe.
103 speed for the same ball speed you're getting out of the Mini.
But now 281.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now where were we at the start? 257 was your longest one.
Oh.
You just hit a toe banger 281.
Okay.
I mean,
So the driver works.
well, for the purposes of the video, we'll keep going, but really there's no point anymore.
Okay.
And we can go little head. I mean, you've been using a Mini, so we can go here, and we will if we have to. 2 swings, I need to make another change. I just want to see a bit more consistency. Having played a bit of golf with you, I know that you're usually a bit more consistent in this. Change of the head, it's a 9 degree, 2 degrees higher, so that we can see a bit more loft. I'm going to let you start in the setting I hit this. Actually, I'm not. We're going for a full change.
Okay.
So let's take this 7 out. All right, so basically, weight in the back now on the LS, more loft. Softer shaft. There you go, Tiger on his tees.
Yeah.
Tiger tier. Okay, so completely different.
This looks so much better.
Okay, all right, let's work away with this head then. I think long term this would be better, but it's all good. Good launch.
Yeah, that felt good.
Yeah. So just to keep you guys in the loop, popped home into my secret stash, had a 10.5 LS. That's where we're at now. Mine as a fitter is going down the LS because we're coming from the Mini. That Mini's at 13.5. Remember I talked to you about cutting the shaft down a little bit more, but I feel like there's a little bit of struggle to see loft on the face. That's why we're getting the low launch. If I give 10.5, we'll see loft, hoping for big differences. I'm just gonna go match head weight and we'll be right back.
Oh, that felt pretty good.
Yeah, the start is good,
Yeah.
right? First number that came up, I'm just getting this going. This was much more pleasing.
Yeah.
Much more pleasing. That shape, okay, pleasing. 1.49, so 1.5 return, pleasing. This is more like you, 2 degree out, pleasing. Slight draw, little bit too low for my liking. This number higher.
Okay.
But I think that comes with confidence. There's one shot.
Yeah.
Off to a good start. Lower in the face.
Yeah.
This is much better.
Yeah.
So the only change that
like
might
this.
happen in your future now is we might go to X, but I just want to see a few more, but we're there.
Toe.
Yeah, but higher.
Yeah.
Bad strike, I get
Yeah.
it, but 18 degrees
Oh,
launch.
way higher.
Yeah, and because the spin was down, because of the toe strike, now we're in the game. So here's the thing, mate, I think that you're struggling a little bit to picture a golf shot.
Yes.
And which is anyone who's out there fitting in a net can be doing that. So one of the great things now is you can create, and this is Bethpage Black, is a pretty tight fairway. You can see how I made double on here. It's a good look, and let's see if this drive is any good.
Like, you know, I think you're struggling a little bit. You know, you could just hit this really big space. So we want to give you a hole.
Well, focus in.
That's this wide.
Focus in. Exactly.
Yeah,
Quit fannying around. I'm going to leave you to it. See you later.
Oh.
It's the best tee shot you've hit in the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, that was really good.
So there you go. Good. Go again.
Okay.
Less shape on that.
Yeah,
So that's the X Flex.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I love that.
Because yeah, I just think under the palm,
There we go.
you were in the higher setting. I've moved the setting a little bit now.
Okay.
Okay, go again.
This is sick.
This is good. This is, I think, Kingdom worthy. To go and hit that and the other one, this head. I think you're either going to be this setting, which is one click towards higher, or you're going to be standard. And I do think when I put you in an environment that's not this, we might see different again. But we're going to end up in one of these configurations.
Yeah. That was hit better.
I mean, that's long. Mate,
That was good.
if I'd have hit that
That
tee
was good.
shot in the year 2001,
Yeah.
we might never have met. Let's go to Kingdom.
Oh, that is nice. I love that.
Let's go to Kingdom. So to conclude where we're up to right now, keep everyone in the picture. Come to the Kingdom, we're on the 10.5 LS. I've got the weights in a good spot, heavy weight at the back to help with the launch. Reason I came for the outdoor section of this, I just want to see some golf balls going into the air. The second best thing to do is to go out into a golf hole like we did. We had success on a very tight driving hole, but now I just want to put a bow on this, and with a facility like this down the road, why wouldn't you? Good. And the way that's going through the turn, I mean, you feel a lot freer, right? Less claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Let's go straight where we were.
I like it.
X-Flex. I liked what you said off camera. I've got 2 bags of golf balls. Talk to me about X versus 5.
Yeah, so 5 I would play normally every day, all day. But then when I go outside, if it feels wet, cold, or a lot windy, I'm going to go with X because it's going to cut through the wind a little bit better.
So you think it's a little stronger through the wind and maybe goes a bit further?
Yeah, it goes further, spins less. I don't want it to zip too much. So.
Okay, I like that. We'll start with the tour aim down. Okay. You know I like that. Yeah. And then we'll move and get that out of it altogether. Okay. Start with the launch monitor, then remove the launch monitor as well.
Healy cut to the white
look, remember where we were at with Bethpage Black and 3 out of 5 in the fairway. I need you to start thinking like that. If I look, we know that driver's a stretch for you because you've been on Mini Driver for so long.
Yeah.
But if I look at the numbers that are important, launch angle 13.3 off a net cut, 2400 spin, the first drive you've hit, it's in the fairway. Was the ball speed down? Yes. But let's just focus on results and out here.
Oh, I thought I got that one.
That's good. It's good. Now to drop a bit of fitting information, you tee another ball up for us. Hit a little higher in the blade there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
2000 spin. Ball speed was back to where you wanted it. That would indicate maybe we could go a bit softer out these 2 shafts. But I mean, look, we've gone through a process of finding the loft that you need, finding the head that you need. I think we've ended up in the LS for the simple fact that we're coming from a Mini Driver. Cut the shaft a little bit shorter. Get the swing weight where it needs to be, but as a fitter, don't ever panic about your situation. You've not seen me stressing here to move off. I know the PGW falls in line for someone who likes the TD. That's the whole point of it. You can tell here from the flat flight, I mean, that one is only apexing at, yes, it was a knuckly one that went out there, 67 on the apex. So yes, need it up.
Gotta get it up.
But I've not got you in the highest setting. Golf shot. That's the one for how you're hitting it today. That's very good. That's excellent. I don't even need to look at numbers on that.
That was good.
That's fantastic. That was real good. That was your quickest ball speed. Okay, good. Next thing, you're aiming
left.
Just like Quasimodo. You're aiming right, aiming miles right.
Oh, okay.
And then pulling over everything. Okay, that's it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. My time is done. I'm going to play golf. It's good.
That was pretty good.
I know it was. You don't need to tell me. I know it was good. Little toe banger. You don't have to tell me. Slight toe banger.
Slight toe banger.
I know, but it's doing what it should do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For a toe banger, that didn't move too much. That was cool.
It's a good driver, mate. To be fair, it's a good driver. It's a good setup. Now look, people out there at the top of this video, if they've hung around till now, you want to launch this golf shaft. It's not going left in S-flex because we tipped it 1.5 inches. When you go for golf shafts that are generally this profile at the top, some people get it in their head that they're going to lose it left. Great cue.
Oh.
Yeah, fantastic.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Very good. I would only do this because it's you. That one is spinning too much into the breeze. It was held. Now you've got 100 feet apex. Welcome to the game of golf. Fantastic.
That was...
I'm going to just take that bit of loft off. I added
sick.
a nudge of loft. Now I'm going to take a bit of loft off to help us with smash factor a bit more. But now you're in the game. Good cue. Little bit low in the blade.
Yeah, but a little bit low.
There's the benefit. We'll bounce in the same area.
Yeah.
There's the benefit of QI 35. Little bit low in the blade. 2277 spin.
That's good.
Good. Now what you do, again, any fitters out there, take away some of the stuff. I got it, because you tee it too low. Good. Good. Go for it. You've stood here like this for the last few weeks. Then you're coming this way. Of course it's good. And now I've got you standing like this. it's going to be heel. You know what I mean? The next little trick that we do, and you've seen me do this with multiple people as well, I just go like this, boom, 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 and I'm like, okay, if I had any nads on me, I'd stand here. No chance. Hit it right of that.
Okay.
But look, mate, it's only off on the path by 0.4 left.
Okay.
Shoulders, shoulders, shoulders. Good.
That was pretty good.
Game over. If you fancy getting this PGW golf shaft, or you want to learn more about fitting, get down into the comments. Let me back up and see if you can frame us. Q-Mondo, thank you very much for being the guinea pig with that.
Thank you.
Stick with your fitting. Don't go all over the frickin' place. Stay chill. If we're being honest, 1.3 right on the club path. I saw it. It came out a hair left of that. We're going to stay here for another 10-15 minutes just to get him totally dialed. But that is where you want to be. Stay relaxed when you do your fittings. Any fitters out there, don't be bouncing all over the map. And if people are like, I can make it work, but you see that they can't, dive in there and change it. Halfway through there, I don't know if you saw it, I had to pop back to my house, go and get a 10.5 just to get him set up. He's come from mini driver heaven. We now want to gain yardage. This thing is popping out there. You're going to find it more consistently with a driver versus the mini driver. I will leave him with this, or we'll keep it on hand at the KBSX. Just as the season gets going, it gets a bit warmer. Someone who is that aware of different golf ball types, obviously we want to keep this on hand in case they want to go into the X Flex versus the S Flex. That's how I'd go about it. I think we're in a really good spot to get Q back into the driver. If you've been a mini driver lover, I'm okay with it, but remember, you can keep gaining yardage. So check it out. PGW out at some point in February. All the links are down below in the description. Cheers, guys.